Hello everyone to a new video on World Legends Morgenthau, Episode 8, Desperate Measures. Sorry I haven't been uploading in a while. Life hit me like an absolute freaking freight train, and I could not stop it. But I'm here now, thank God. So, we're going to continue this series. I haven't left it in the dust yet. There's still like a few more episodes I want. A lot of episodes, actually. I can't quit on this just yet. My life goal is this. Just kidding. It's not my life goal, but it feels like it. Thanks, ADHD. But, anyways, you know, we're going to be expanding on the fact that, well, the Atlantic Federation kind of had a little bit of an L to Russia, or to the Eurasian Federation, but the Eurasian Federation also had a massive L to the Atlantic Federation, as, Ukraine, Romania, Moldova, and Galicia were liberated. Galicia has not joined the Atlantic Federation alliance just yet. But, there are a lot of members. I'll go over the members now of each faction, as per I start out each episode. Alliances. The Atlantic Federation consists of Morocco, the United States, France, the United Kingdom, Spain, Portugal, Norway, Denmark, Iceland, Sweden, Ukraine, Romania, and Moldova. The Middle Eastern Defense Pact is between Turkey, Saudi Arabia, and Azerbaijan. The African Pact between Egypt and the East African Federation, or the EAF. The Neo-Axis with Germany, Italy, the Magyar Empire, Nigeria, and Angola. And the Syndicate with China, Laos, Cambodia, Cuba, and the Eurasian Union. So, as per starting off of this, it is kind of stated, Germany kind of wants to expand. They've been really salty about the whole losing 2 world wars in a row. Oh, and with this new, not quite fascist, more like just a very, very hardcore monarchy, I guess. I wouldn't even call it monarchy. It's like a abridged dictatorship, I'd say. Wants Germany to regain its power on the world stage, and as such, they send a telegram message out into the North Sea and circles around. This message needs to be so secret that it's not even kept on a normal boat, a normal, warship. They have to use a civilian boat to cross this, and it has to be delivered as a piece of paper to the Sultanate of Turkey. As the boat finally travels and makes its way here, it makes its way over to Ankara. The message from Germany in the piece of paper reads as stated. The German Federation would like to humbly require your assistance in establishing a new global order, to be back on the world stage as a powerhouse. And they are proposing the merging of the Neo-Axis and the Middle Eastern Defense Pact. Turkey is very intrigued by this offer. It'll basically pull the two factions together, both their, I guess I'd say, amendments and their laws and the rules of the faction will be combined together to create a new superpower alliance. Turkey says this to Azerbaijan and Saudi Arabia, who both... Saudi Arabia seems a little bit skeptical, but Azerbaijan thinks Turkey should go ahead for it. The message is sent back through the same way it came, all the way around back here, and it states as follows, that Turkey and them will consider for the time being of a new order, and they will consider the alliance proposition with serious matter. Germany is pleased by this and a potential ally. Alright, they're ready to expand their influence. they see Slovakia and Sicily, or Sicilia, not Sicily, Sicilia. I think no, it's Galicia. I'm stupid. I'm sorry, people. Uh, Galicia. They see Galicia, and they see Slovakia, and they think, hey, you should probably join my team or die. Galicia and Slovakia aren't exactly a fan of this, but Germany starts their war anyways. This rocks the European continent and basically tells everyone that Germany isn't kidding anymore and that they are ready for war. They immediately burst through the line here as Galicia, just being released, doesn't have much defensive procedures. They immediately blitz here and take this area out. They immediately blitz into Slovakia as well, taking Bratislavia in just a few days. A week has passed, and this is already the state of the war. Or a telegram from London and reaches Berlin and says basically to get out of the land or else they'll try to stop them. Germany is not, however, afraid of this plan because to make matters worse, Hungary has decided to enact its part of the plan, which is to get involved and invade Romania. Immediately we see Hungarian troops move through and take out all of Slovakia, which then leaves Galicia basically alone and forced to surrender. With this, Hungary and German troops start steamrolling through Romania. They attempt to take Bucharest, but fail to do so. Is that the capital of Romania? I apologize. That's not the capital. I know Budapest is, I think, the capital of Hungary. They're capitals. Sorry. I'm tired, alright? But anyways, they start reaching over to around where Moldova is. However, this is a problem since, Romania, as stated before, is within the alliance. Now, Germany has to realize something now. They have to be at war with most of the faction. So France, UK, and Ukraine, along with Moldova, immediately get involved. Along with Spain and Portugal. This, however, raises some problems. Some Catalonian problems. Getting involved in another major war leaves problems, such as rebellions, and the greater Catalonian area rebels outright, which isn't exactly great. So immediately, Italy also gets involved. This is starting to shape up to be a very, very similar to World War II, in a way. The European powers are ready to fight. However, the United States here is still trying to recover a little bit from their previous war. They expended a lot of resources trying to push into Ukraine and therefore don't have a lot of strength to just go out and start another war. So unfortunately, Europe will be left to its own devices. However, those devices are not limited in the slightest. As the European continent prepares for a new brawl, we can immediately see some things happening. Montenegro is declared war on and is immediately occupied. They continue their movement through into Ukraine, who isn't exactly in the best of defensive positions, entering Moldova. Moldova. Immediately, Germany tries a knockout procedure where they gather up on the border of France. France, however, uses quick defensive measures and builds up small forts around Alsace and Lorraine, and while they have to deal with this Catalonian insurgents. The Catalonian insurgents is quite well. It's doing well, quite well, as in for the Allies, where they're kind of dying. But Germany is ready to punch through with all their might. They slam their divisions into Alsace and Lorraine, immediately taking it over, but not without heavy casualties. Italy takes over Corsica and makes some small movements in there into France. But they are repelled, and France starts their own invasion. France's invasion is going pretty smooth, and so is the invasion through the top. All these northern countries here are focusing most of their efforts on the land here. They immediately take out most of the land here and make a landing in Pomerania. Germany is already starting to see some major flaws within this war and knows it cannot win unless it has a knockout move in Paris. So Germany, in an attempt to supply more, declares their war on Luxembourg and Belgium. Germany has tried this tactic once before, and it has worked only once. German panzers line the defense line the Belgian border, and they steamroll over the Belgian roads. The Belgian military is overwhelmed at the surprise attack, and they immediately take the Pas de Calais. With this, a large encirclement starts, of decent sized encirclement starts forming, and Germany crushes it. As the German war machine starts running, France puts its military on complete overdrive and slams their divisions and is trying to reach back into Alsace and Lorraine. France has a plan for this war. None of this going on here is in the actual timeline, but this is France's plan. France plans to slam their divisions back into Alsace and Lorraine like this and continue upward. They plan to use blitz tactics to go and reinstate Luxembourg. Then they'll go in and easily encircle thousands of troops, along with a push from here. This will help liberate this entire area and make Germany fear for its life, in which then France would pull a decisive knockout blow. So France tries this attempt. As Germany starts rolling forward, the troops ready for Alsace and Lorraine start charging. The Germans are initially overwhelmed by the attack, and as the French start nearing the German border, they are halted because their situation was just made worse. Turkey has approved the merging of the two alliances, and the Neo-Axis is born. And the Neo-Axis has gained its new allies. With this, the changing of the name of Germany's alliance is now from the Neo-Axis to the Great Alliance. Well, actually, let me think for a minute. To the new Berlin Axis. Turkey, Azerbaijan, and Saudi Arabia are immediately incorporated into this new alliance. The Middle Eastern Defense Pact is abolished, and this coming storm is now feared by all. Immediately with this, Bulgaria now joins the new Berlin Axis. And upon hearing this, Nigeria and Angola both seize their moment and declare war. With this, Angolan troops already started stationing themselves in Nigeria, and with this, the new troops are ready. Nigeria's desert troops swift through the once the disheveled remains of Niger, and kind of just, it starts falling. Finally, they reach the border of Algeria, where France starts to panic. Immediately, the pushback is ready. The situation in Bucharest just became irreversibly screwed, as now the Bulgarians and Turks steamroll their way into the area. With this, a push from both severs the two, and with so much territory lost and about an almost, I'd say, 1/10 of a million soldiers encircled here, they are forced to give up. With this, entering into Ukraine and Moldova leads the surrender of the two nations. Ukraine, seeing the writing on the wall, opts out of the war scot-free. Moldova is let go, and the war has just taken its darkest turn. With this, Italian troops slam through, renewed with Magyar troops. They immediately go in and occupy this area, crushing the entire area. Spain decides that they are going to position all of their army here, along this area. Why? Because they're about to slam through all of Catalonia with a couple hundred tanks, divisions lined up, along with men full charging. And there are many casualties, but Catalonia is destroyed in the process. With this, they take their march and continue marching all the way to Paris, where they refocus their attacks, with the new attacks being here. Unfortunately, this was miscalculated, as now Italy has prepared its final strategy. They invade the north of Algeria. They take here and Valencia and the islands, and Spain realizes that they don't have any military in their own country. The riot police and guards are there to try, and the riot police and regular police are here, but unfortunately it's not enough. Madrid is close to being captured, and the situation in Europe is stark grim. The only thing good was that in the waking, Pomerania was taken, but that is not Germany's worry. Germany sends a telegram to London saying that we can work a mutual beneficial agreement between us. The war in the East is over, and with all these countries tackling the rest of Europe, even if the United States were to come in here and save the day, it would still cost so much that the Atlantic Federation isn't willing to take. Unfortunately, with a heavy heart, they are forced to make do. With this, peace negotiations are finally talked upon, and each side is agreeing to something. We will see what this peace treaty looks like. So looking upon this peace treaty, we see that the powers of Europe are the balance of power in Europe is shifting greatly, but not by a completely improbable margin. As we can see, Germany gained the only territory Germany gained was Schleswig-Holstein, while the Magyar Empire basically absorbed Slovakia and ripped Transylvania from Romania. Which basically kind of screwed it. Moldova exists along with Ukraine, so they're still fine. Everyone's in the same faction still. Except for, well, yeah, everyone's regardless in the same faction. This is basically a huge defeat, and France is a little upset about this. And France takes the liberty of addressing this to Washington, saying that they should have done more to help instead of nothing. In reality, it's actually election terms. And shit's been fucked in the United States. Oh, I can't say that, can I? It's fine, I'm not getting monetized anyways. Screw you all. But, yeah, the United States is kind of dead from elections and stuff. But France decides that it's done. It's done being treated... Oh, oops, sorry, I forgot a color in Algeria. It's done being treated like some like it's not a superpower anymore. Which it isn't, but no one cares. So France decides that it's done. It's over. France leaves the Atlantic Federation. With this, a new surge of leaving happens. Norway leaves, along with, well, Denmark as well. And they form a new alliance called the Paris Agreement. Or the Paris Pact, actually. The Paris Pact sounds better. Between France, Norway, Denmark, Belgium, the Netherlands, and Luxembourg. This new alliance has already gained its traction a lot now, and has expanded over the European continent. The British are still protesting this a lot. They are pretty pissed about all this. And they take their complaints right up to Washington. And again, it's still election terms, and the United States is being absolutely destroyed from the inside. So, what happens? Well, the United States says it can't handle this problem anymore. And the United States leaves the Federation of the Atlantic, despite forming it itself. The United Kingdom is now the one who takes over the burden of this faction. But something is wrong. The United States wouldn't just leave for no reason. Well, as you are just about to see, shit is about to go down. The Second American Civil War has just broke out. In the south, we have autocrats and nationalists. In, of course, the blue, we have the ones loyal to the state, to the original state, to the Republicans, kind of. We have progressives over here, and then we have a better democracy, a single-party Republican democracy over in the Pacific states. With this, the United States is getting messy. But that is a story for another video. So, I am Flirtball Gaming, and this has been World Legends Morgenthau, Episode 8, Desperate Measures. Hope y'all enjoyed.